Welcome to the Learning Hub's video on citing sources effectively. My name is Sarah Collins and I'm the writing coordinator up here in the Learning Hub. Today we're here to talk to you about how to make sure you're citing your sources well and that you're doing all the work needed to have correct citations in your paper. For this month so far we've been talking about different ways to export your citations, either by using a citation generator or by pulling them off of a database or the article or source itself. Today we're here to show you how to do it the easiest, most efficient way possible, which is just to build it yourself. With the generators and the exports, as we've discovered in our posts this month, you're having to do a lot of work your own in your own time to check the citations that you get from those, and you could be spending that time just doing them yourself in the first place, which would make the process a lot smoother. So today we're here to show you how that can work. For this video today, we're going to show you specifically how to cite a website article. So we've selected a particular topic and we've found some sources that fit our criteria for our assignment, and we're going to take a look at how to cite them appropriately in MLA style, 8th edition. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we have found this website, News Medical Life Sciences, and we found this article on here about cognitive behavioral therapy for PTSD. Say we were writing a paper about different methods for treating a particular illness, and we selected cognitive behavioral therapy as our treatment method and PTSD as our illness. So if we were going to cite this, if we wanted to use it and cite it, we first need to know what goes into those citations. And this is where I'm going to point you towards some resources that I think are very helpful in building your own citations. The first is, of course, as always, the Purdue OWL. If you are not familiar with this website, you really should familiarize yourself. It is considered the best resource out there for citing in MLA, APA, or Chicago, and it's really the industry standard. It's where you can go to get pretty much anything you need to know about your citation style you're using. So we're going to go into the MLA Formatting and Style Guide, and once we're in here, we need to select the type of source that we want to use, or that we want to cite. And so on the sidebar, you can see different types of sources, big categories, and for the purpose of today we're going to look at electronic sources because we have a website article. So on here you just scroll down until you see the thing that you want. So we don't want an entire website, but we would like perhaps a page on a website. And so we can see an example here for what we need. I see a couple of examples, and we can get a sense of what needs to go into it by the little paragraph of text above. But we can see here we have the author, the title of the page, the title of the website, and you can see the pages in quotes and the articles in italics. There should be a date here if it's possible to find, as you can see in the second example, and then we have the URL. It's good to note here that if there is no date, so you see this eHow page doesn't have a date on it, whereas this one does, that it would be good to put an access date so that your reader knows when you looked at it, even if there's no date associated. If there is a date associated with it, then you don't necessarily need the access date. So with this information in mind, and we kind of know the things we need to find out about our source, let's take a look and see if we can find those aspects. So we have here obviously the title, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy for PTSD. We have the name of the website, News Medical. I'm going to omit Life Sciences because you can see in the URL it's News Medical up here. We have the author, Rebecca Woolley. We have a reviewer, but for the purpose of our citation that doesn't matter. So it looks, and we have the URL obviously up here. So it looks like the only thing we're missing is a date. So let's see if we can find one. Sometimes you have to do a little hunting to look around, and so if we scroll down all the way to the bottom, we can see that it was last updated on August 23rd, 2018. So we have everything we need to make our source. This is really easy. We found the pieces. If you don't find all the pieces, that's okay. There's other ways to build those citations in all the citation styles, but for today we have everything we need, so we'll go ahead and build it. The first thing we'll do to build it is, frankly, I can remember almost everything on here except for the URL. I'm not going to try to remember it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this just so I have it when I'm ready to include it. And then I'm going to take stock of what I have here. So I have Rebecca Woolley, 2 O's, 2 L's, cognitive behavioral therapy for PTSD, news medical we already looked at, and then the date again was August 23rd, 2018. Let's go ahead and jump into our Word document. And in here we can then start to build that information. So in the example we saw, it was last name, first name. Then we need the title, which is in quotation marks. So we have cognitive behavioral therapy for PTSD. You'll notice that that gets put in what we call title case, where all of the important words are capitalized and all of the trivial words like prepositions and articles and that gets lowercased. Then we need italics, so Control I, or you can go ahead and select the I on your ribbon. And we have news medical. Then we need the date, and in MLA dates are always formatted day first, so we have day and then the month, and you can abbreviate, and then the year. And then I'll go ahead and paste in my URL. Now if I just go ahead and do Control V to paste, it will do it fine, but it is important to know, back up, that if you right click and then you look at paste options, if something doesn't paste correctly, you always have this keep text only that will just dump it as raw text in there. It won't keep any of the formatting from wherever you copied it from. Okay, so then we just need to do some formatting on this because everything's in the right place. So we're just going to go ahead and double space it, which is Control 2, but just for the purpose of showing you the menu options here. And then we need to do our hanging indent. And we have a whole video on how to do a hanging indent, and I can direct you to that. But for the purpose of today, just know that the keyboard shortcut is Control and the letter T as in tiger. And wow, there we go, there's a citation. It really didn't take very long. I was talking through that. If you weren't talking to somebody else about how to do it, you could have done it in probably half the time. So really, you can see how much quicker that can be than having to churn through the citation that was exported and how to make sure that it's correct. Just do it for yourself. It doesn't take any more time, and honestly, you can trust yourself better than you can trust some of these technologies. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, you're not going to have a perfect website article or page every time you go look for a source, so you're going to have to figure out how to cite things when you're missing information. This was pretty much a perfect example. But there are methods of doing that, and we are always here to help you with anything that you might come across. So feel free to make an appointment with the Learning Hub or to reach out to those resources that I showed you with the Purdue OWL. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Good luck writing your papers, and come in and see us with any questions. Thanks.